Again, I didn't do the speed ladder progression because for speed ladder, we just use the yard lines on a football field. I don't know if any of you guys do that, but it works out pretty slick. We don't do anything revolutionary with the speed ladder progression. What I did want to show you, wanted you to see with this is you can definitely build a chute for your program, or 2 or 3, really cheaply, and you don't have to buy those big offensive line chutes and steal them. You can build a PVC pipe chute real easy. You should get a ball security back, and you should have more than one defined footwork progression so that your kids ain't just beating those agile bags every day, because you'll see that the focus falls off if you just have this monotonous routine that you go through. All right, again, we start off with forward 2 same thing. We just put those cones about a yard apart and then just beat them, rip at that ball with the ball security back. Here's the snake drill. It's just about getting your foot around the cone as fast as you can, moving side to side. Again, I'm on the wrong side for the strip, but I didn't want to be in the way of the video here. This is left hand, balls in the left hand, left leg lead. And you just want 1 foot on around each cone. 1 tap on each side of the cones. This we call 1-2-2-1. This is just like a rhythm and cut drill. You're never gonna know when you're gonna have to make a cut, what foot you're gonna be on. So we say 1-2-2-1, 1-2-2-1. That's when you're counting your feet. 1, 2, then that's the second foot is the first one back up. So that's why we call it that. Basically, if you find out a kid cannot dance, he can't figure it out by the second week of fall camp, he ain't gonna be your running back. If the kid ain't coordinated enough to put his foot up and pick it up and put it down, he ain't gonna be it. Say, go play tight end. Go play linebacker. Find something, but you ain't gonna be my running back. You can't even go 1-2-2-1. That one was a little too much hopping. I don't want to see hopping. I want to see 1-2-2-1 over and over again. You should be able to see each foot hit the ground, not simultaneous like that. This is just a ball security drill. We do pop-ups. Most fumbles occur as you're going to the ground, not when you're running upright with the football, or you shouldn't be upright, but more upright. As in the process of being tackled, the ball comes out. When you go to put your hand down, if there's separation from your chest, it's coming out if you get hit. And so that's what we're trying to drill out of them right now. We want them, it doesn't matter what foot he's on, the hand that's going down is the free hand, but when that free hand goes down and you touch the ball, or touch the ground, there shouldn't be any separation with the football and your chest. All right, you pop back up and keep running with the football. But that's the main thing I'm looking for. Again, mid-season or when I'm not trying to get out of the way for the drill work here, I'd be right behind them, and so as soon as they go down, I punch hard underneath their armpit. And if I can punch hard and make that football come out, their elbow isn't tight enough. There's no separation, up and down, running, doesn't matter what you're doing. That football needs to be tight to your chest. Just do the other hand. Here we do every other cone. Every other cone, sprint 5. All right. Then here we go to jump cuts. I incorporate just our outside zone action. You know, we're a zone, 1 back power, everything that every spread run game is. There's not a whole lot you can do from it. So we do what everybody else does. We're offset gun. We do some pistol stuff, but not a whole lot. So we incorporate our outside zone into this. I say go take our outside zone footwork for the quarterback so they get the mesh. From the mesh point, all I did was take 1 cone out of the middle of my cone progression line, set it up even with the top cone. I don't know, again, I wish I had a pointer, but this guy right here, that's the middle cone from right here. I just take it, put it up there, put the chute on the inside of the line of cones, and I'm set up and ready to go. So transition time is almost nothing. Run, grab it, move 1 cone, set up the chute, you get ready to rock. All right, I say go get the mesh. He's on outside zone pass, so we're drilling something scheme specific. You could set it up for whatever is your scheme. He gets, again, footwork sucks, but When he gets there, I want to see his outside foot in the ground and tight to the cones, tight to that line of cones. He should stay tight to the line, whether he's on the outside of them or once he jump cuts on the inside of them. All right, I should see 1 foot in the ground, 1 jump cut, and then still tight to the opposite side of the cones when he gets under the chute. All right, that's too easy. That's scheme-specific stuff, drilling footwork, cutting hard. Again, too much of a hop in between there. That should be straight line running down the line of cones. 1 distinct vertical or horizontal cut, and then exploding under the chute and through the hole. All right, so those are our footwork progressions. Again, like I said, after we really got into dissecting our film and figuring out what we do, we found out for a receiver in the passing scheme, whether it's as a check down in a 5-step drop, whether it's in a flare as some part of our like double screen where we flare one side and tunnel screen the back side, or it's just your classic slow screen, whatever it is. We're a receiver in some capacity in about 10 plays, 15 plays a game, 10 to 15 plays a game. We're blocking in our quick protection or our drop back protection 20 to 30 plays a game, and we're running the football 20, 30 plays a game. And that's what we do. So we incorporated this receiver progression into what we do. We try to say with our 5-5-5-5, everybody's partnered up. You get 5 high, 5 low, 5 left, and 5 right. They need to be with some purpose on them. All right, when we first started, the kids are playing catch. And I'm like, if we're just going to sit here and play catch, why don't you stop wasting our freaking time and do something else? Well, go block kids or move a sled. But if you're going to do it, make sure they're passing with purpose, because if they're just playing catch, it's a waste of time. When the 5 high ones, you want to make sure you get the thumbs down. 5 low ones, the thumbs are up. Same thing left to right, that you're catching it with make sure they don't got their hands backwards, catching left to right, that they're looking the ball in, have their hands placed correctly, all those things. That's why I put them close together. That way, even some uncoordinated non-football athlete running back can still zip it at the kid. All right, we're 5 yards apart. Each running back has a partner. If there's odd number, then I'm a partner, and we get through this in about 20 seconds. All right, you zip it at them high, zip it at them high. We run the hands before we catch it. All right, and we go to, I don't know how many they do back and forth here, because I had to edit out all their drops. It wasn't bad. It was like 2 or 3. All right, but either way, you get a low. It's not going to be perfect, but every day they're seeing that. They're getting 20 catches at least that are specific. You know, it's not just playing catch. We're drilling. We can catch each direction. We can catch a ball that's not being tossed at us like a loaf of bread. It's got something going on it. All right, and that's just good drill work if you know you're going to be asked to catch the ball. Because I said, especially with screens, you might only be calling your screen. You might be setting that up all half. And in the time you call it, your dick-fingered running back drops it. You're pissed off, and you ought to be. All right, because it sucks. So I say, we don't get the amount of receptions that a receiver might, but our receptions matter. And when we call that screenplay, we expect it to go. And if you can't get from here to there with catching the ball, then you're a track athlete with a helmet on. We don't want you. All right, the second step of this is the 10 quicks. I used to do this myself. I would stand and I'd have a line of 8 running backs, and I'd throw the football at them, and they'd try to catch it whichever way I threw it. Much better now. They stay partnered up. We can get through it in however long it takes to watch this film right here. 10 seconds. Everybody, you get 10. Switch with your partner. They get 10. It's not something that you spend a whole lot of time on, but it's something you make sure you get in. The distraction drill, most wide receivers have seen something similar to this, if not the exact same thing. All right, we catch the ball in traffic with screen passes. We catch the ball in traffic with check downs, trying to find a window with the quarterback. And we just want to make sure they can find the ball through the traffic and look it into their hands. So we just send them across and throw it at them. they distract each other and go on. Again, we can get through the whole progression in 4 minutes if we're working. That's one practice period if you're